Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Also the North Central Chaplain for Broken Chains JC. Good morning, Rhonda. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, Random. Glad to have you all here this morning. Today is September 29th, 2023. Rent is due again. Right? I mean, the month just flies by, doesn't it? Crazy. But it also means that we are coming to the end of the Proverbs that Solomon shared with his sons. And today we're going to look at Proverbs 29. And we're going to look at verse 15. A rod of correction imparts wisdom, but a youth left to himself is a disgrace to his mother. So often we want to be able to do our own thing. I need to be able to make my own decision. I know what... How many of you remember... I don't know, I'm going to get the name of the show wrong. With Opie and his dad, who is the sheriff. There was a drifter that comes through town, and he tells the sheriff, you need to let your son make his own decisions. And the sheriff says, yeah, no, that doesn't really work that way. Because the first shiny thing that comes around, they're going to latch right onto it. And before long, they're going to find out they're hooked. And isn't that the case? I mean, the fishing analogy is a perfect analogy. You take a shiny lure and you cast it out into the river, and you get it to flash just right, and the fish will bite at it, and they'll be hooked. Andy Griffith, thank you, hon. The reality is, this is true for children, but it's also true for you and I. If we don't have anybody that we allow to give correction into our lives, who gives good direction, and I'm talking about a human being, we need the Holy Spirit to do the work, absolutely, but we need human beings in our lives who guide and direct us. You need a pastor who gives good counsel. You need a sponsor, a mentor. The reality is, and I tell pastor friends this all the time, A pastor needs a pastor. And if they don't have a pastor, they're not a good shepherd. Because they need someone who is guiding them and not just their boss, like the district superintendent of a region. They need someone who is challenging them in their spiritual walk, in their personal walk, in every step of the way. They need a pastor. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't. I don't go sit under my pastor and watch his sermon every Sunday. But he and I, we interact on a regular basis. And I appreciate that. You know, before I became a pastor, I had a pastor. After I became a pastor, it took me a while to find a pastor that could be my pastor. We go through seasons, don't we? Here's the truth. Without that rod of correction, there's no love. Yes, I just said that. Without that rod of correction, there is no love. And if there's no love, you're going to chase every shiny thing and you're going to go off and do stupid. How do I know? Because if we spend any time together, I can point the areas out in your life where you've already done it. And I can show you every area in my life where I've already done it. It's what we do. That's why we need good correction in our lives. Guys, don't despise those people that God put in your lives because it's so critical that you have it. If you don't have a good pastor, you don't have accountability partners, you don't have a sponsor or a mentor, you're not in the right church or you're not in church. And you need to find some place that will guide you and direct you in that way. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.